As you can gather from the title, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I had this weird idea. The other day, Robin was in somebody's live and she was doing a gnome, decorating a gnome. And the headdress that, or the hat, gnomes have these little pointy hats. And this hat came up because she used a wine glass for the hat and it made a flat bottom and it looked kind of strange. And it reminded me, because of the material she used and the shape that it was, it reminded me of Guinan from Star Trek Next Generation. So I said something about that, and Tiff said, yeah, I need to do a Star Trek gnome, and it gave me an idea. So I'm actually going to do a whole set of Star Trek gnomes. 3, in fact. They're not going to be very big. I'm going to get them cut tonight, and then I will film me gluing them together and painting them and decorating them. But yes, they're going to be in traditional Star Trek colors. And I even have some small Star Trek insignia that I'm actually going to pyro onto them after or before they're painted. I haven't figured that out. But I'm going to use my new pyrography set. I got a dual pin system. It's not a very expensive one, but I think it's going to work out all right for my needs. It gets hot enough, quick enough, and all of that. If I can just get back into my stool, we'll be in good shape. That's the new view that y'all will have while I'm cutting. Y'all have been saying that it wasn't close enough, we couldn't see it well enough, etc., etc. So I ordered a flexible mount, and I've got it set up. Now the tricky part's going to be keeping my arm, because it's relatively close, just keeping my arm from hitting that camera when I raise the arm up on the saw. And off we go. I've got one interior cut on this one. We'll knock it out right now. This guy here is the shortest of the 2 gnomes, so that's going to be Captain Kirk. I made an adjustment to this guy. Gave him Vulcan ears, so he's going to be Mr. Spock. We'll see. This is just pine from pallets. That's one done. That's Mr. Spock right there. Captain Kirk. I'm going to go ahead and knock these bases out real quick just because I want to. The only thing remaining is this stuff right here. It basically consists of the beards for the two guys, their hats, noses, belts, and the fronts of their shoes. And her nose and her front of her shoes and her shirt and apron. All the pieces are cut. Okay, so that's basically the pieces put together. If I'll try to tilt these up a little without knocking everything off, so you can see them a little better.
Here's a quick progression of how this all came together with the pyrography on the hats and the gluing together and the painting as it came along. I did. I had a request by a family member, very dear family member, for the Spock, so I got that finished off first and mailed off to her, and then I had to make another Spock. Okay, I cut a new Spock. I even gave him a little tricorder. And I've just got to wait for the acrylic paint to dry overnight, and then I will shoot the finish on the set, and I will put it on my website when they're done. Yes, this set is going to be for sale. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't show the painting of those because I didn't want to bore you with it. But what I did, I used plaid paints, folk art. Some are folk art, some are, I don't remember, but it's all plaid. And I actually even used these plaid brushes. I've had these since 1999, so they're 20. I've been using them for 23 years, and they're still like new. If you notice, there's streaks in Spock's beard and in Kirk's beard, and the way I did that is I mixed up a little bit of white and a little bit of black. And what I use, I don't have a painter's palette, but I've got this scrap of Corian that works just fine. And I'll just put a little paint here and a little paint there, and then I'll mix it up with the brush. I didn't mix it up real thoroughly. I didn't mix it up all the way because I wanted the streaky look. So that's how I did that. And the rest of it was pretty much just straight painting. Something else I did, aside from just painting the logo, the Star Trek logo on the hats, and I put them on the hat because I didn't think I didn't want it on the arm, and because of the beard, so I just put the logos up on the hats. And what I did was I printed some small patterns for this logo, and I just pyroed them in. And I pyroed them in using my new dual pin pyro system. I'll put a link to that down in the description below where I got it. I'm really happy with this little system. It works really well. One of the things I like about it is that it uses the nichrome wire burners. It came with several types in a nice little tin. There's ball tips like this one. So there's ball tips. There's a number of different flat tips and curved tips. One of the things that I really like is I have this spool of .032 nichrome wire, and I can make my own and have made some of my own tips for this. So far I've been really happy with it. One of the best things is most of these dual pin systems, the name brands, the high qualities, run I don't know, 150 to 200 bucks. I got this one off of Amazon for like 60, and I'm happy with that. My only complaint about this so far is I'm running this at about 600 degrees, and you can run it. I think it ranges from like 350 to 750. It heats up really quick, and I like that. The only problem is with it. It's set at about 600 and it heats up real quick, but it gets pretty hot up here, almost too hot to handle. So I'm going to try to take a couple of champagne corks and drill them out and push them up on here. And I just took some scrap wood that I had, cut some pieces off, and made it so I can tote this around all in one without having to haul separate stuff around. I finished painting these last night, and I've got one coat of semi-gloss lacquer on. I'm going to put one more coat on now. Got my logo burned in the back. And I may put 2 or 3 more coats on this. I just don't know yet. When I get a few more coats on this, I'll let it dry. Maybe one more, maybe 2 more. I don't know yet. and I'll let them cure, and I'll put them up on my website. Okay, last coat of finish is on and dry. If you notice, I gave Spock a little tricorder. And no, it's not on a strap. I've just, like it's Velcro or something. So, Gnometon Kirk, Gnomander Spock, and Gnome Tenant Uhura, coming to a website near you. So here they are, all three of them finished. It was a fun little project. I hope you like it. My lungs are getting better. I've had another steroid shot, so the doctor's got me on some antibiotic to keep it from getting worse. So hopefully I can get back to turning real soon. I wasn't really worried about any dust cutting those because my dust collector pulls it all. And I was wearing a mask. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. You know the drill. Please come back and see us. And as always, live, laugh, love.